engineering students, now that we have the entire part or piece with the tongue and the groove, right, the peg and the opening for it, now we're going to create a pattern. We're going to create a pattern with this. So I'm going to highlight the entire object and choose the linear pattern. And I'm going to click on the red direction and choose something horizontal. The distance here needs to be set to 12.3. So if you made some different sizes with your peg or with that opening, you may run into some trouble, right? So if you look at mine, 12.3 millimeters is the perfect measurement to get all this to mesh. So something to watch out for. And then the instance count, I'm going to put in 10. I don't think I need that many, but put in 10. We can always get rid of them later. All right, so here's our pattern, and everything is going to automatically be articulated for us. You'll notice that each one of them comes in as an individual part. Now what we're going to do is put an image over top of this to try to work out and end up creating a specific shape, a specific image. So in Google Images, I just searched for a border collie outline. You can search for whatever you want. And yeah, an outline would be good, or something that we can basically trace around. So I'm going to save this image. It'll be in my downloads. Dog. Okay. And the issue here is there is an insert image tool when you're in a sketch, but it can only pick images that are already uploaded to Onshape. So we're going to leave this file and go back here. You can see I uploaded a cat earlier. So click the blue Create button and choose Import Files. And this will pull up from your computer. So look in your downloads and go ahead and select the image. Now I have an image in Onshape that I can utilize. So back in our file, go ahead and click on the front of your object and choose Sketch. And now there's the Insert Image tool. So I just want the regular Insert Image and select an imported image. I'm going to have to look in other documents owned by me. I'm in a Unit 3 folder. If you would like, you can make a Unit 3 folder. And select dog and select dog again. Okay, so draw image rectangle. So I'm just going to draw nothing specific. And so I made it about as big as I wanted it to be, or as big as I thought it could be. I can still move the image by dragging any of the edges, as long as you didn't lock it onto something. And I can still make it bigger if I so choose. I can dimension this. If I want this to be 80 millimeters wide, I can still make it larger by applying a dimension. So here's what I am interested in. It looks like I accidentally locked it on to something because I can't move it left and right anymore. That's an issue. So I'm gonna undo. Did it happen here? Must have happened there. Undo. Okay, so I can still move it because my goal is to make sure that there's a good spot for this very first hinge point to hit. Okay, so I just kind of want the body of the dog to make sure that it can fit around that first hinge point. We can deal with some of those other hinge points later. So I just want to have a nice cut between two hinges. All right, so we can either stay in this sketch or we can start a new one. I'm going to stay in it, and I'm going to trace the shape of this dog. I'm going to use a spline, and the more points you use, the better. So start somewhere, doesn't matter where. Try to avoid clicking on the edge of any of our parts that we have, so just kind of make sure you're kind of in between them. And yeah, just kind of keep clicking around. Again, click as many as you wish, and yeah, it just kind of bends and works its way around. So go ahead and continue doing that. It might take me a little while to get around my object. So feel free to fast forward and come back in a little bit. right? If you don't want to be super detailed, you don't have to be. You don't have to do all of these individual angles unless you just want to. That's up to you. Well, I really want to miss that, so here we go. Okay, this actually does look pretty cool with all of the long-haired cuts back and forth. That is kind of cool. Then be sure to finish it up and actually get that thing closed. Be sure to get it closed. All right, and then hit the green check. So you can move points later if you need to, but there are so many points that it might be best to, yeah, just try to get them placed in the right spot the first time around. Okay, so the thing is closed up. I can see that. I can sense that there. Now that it's saved, now I am going to go back into that sketch because I need to hit use on a lot of things. So I'm going to use that use or project tool, and I'm going to click on every rectangle that I can like get my way into, because I want to make sure it's all selected. I wonder if oh, well, yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, you can click and highlight things. Yeah, so I might just click and highlight all of these. There we go. And then I'm going to click the green check. Okay. Some entities could not be projected. Okay, that's fine. No big errors there. Actually, we could get rid of 3 of these parts. We kind of need to, so I'm going to click on the objects I don't need. I'm going to right click and delete. Okay, so that worked out. And this is where I had trouble the last time. I had trouble extruding and cutting around my shape. So we're going to see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, I'm just going to end the video and start a new one about how to cut and how to fix issues if you run into them. So, okay, I'm going to hit extrude and I'm going to remove, and I'm going to select everything around the dog, everything around the dog, around the dog, around the dog, top and bottom. Top and bottom, and the edge here. Okay, so yes, I did have a problem